Yo, what's up, guys? If you're watching this live, well, you're watching this bright and early in the morning, beginning of the week, and wanted to jump on here because I wanted to talk about something to hopefully help you if you've ever said to yourself, or if you say to yourself right now, I can't do that, or I just can't. And those words right there alone are already saying to yourself, you're not going to do it. And you're going to come up with excuses as to why you're not going to do it. So what I want to do here is kind of turn a little gear there in your brain and have you start thinking a little bit differently, because those words are, to me, they're kind of a curse in a sense, because they can actually prevent you from moving forward and from really achieving what you want to achieve, whatever that is. I was having a conversation just this past week with someone that said, I would love to do that. Let's just, use an example. I would love to eat better, right? I'd love to eat better, but I can't because I don't have the time. I'm too busy. I can't break away, whatever, right? To me, if you really wanted to, and not that you don't want to, but if you really wanted it bad enough, you figure out a way to make that happen. I use this example a lot. If you work for someone 9 to 5, all right, let's say that you work right now a 9 to 5 job or an 8 to 4 job, or whatever the hours are. You work for someone, you have a boss. If that boss said to you, before you go to work or before you start your day at work, I want you to take a half hour and I want you to do 4 laps around the building. You would probably do 4 laps around the building. All right. So you almost need to make it that you, the boss, the owner of your life, of your decisions, you're the one that makes those, those tasks, those things that you have to do. That's one way to get you to do something when you say, I don't really think I can, or I don't think I have time. So that's one thing. A lot of people say, I don't have time. That's how you figure out a way to have more time. You create that thing in your day that there's no discussion about doing it. You just do it, right? You have to build it into your schedule and all that stuff. The other thing is, and I've said this myself, I can't do that because I don't have the education, right? I don't have the skill to do that. And I'll give you an example. When I was in the photography business, we were, just starting out, and wasn't even digital cameras back then. It was film-based cameras, but we were thinking to ourselves, like, I was personally, I can't figure this stuff out. I didn't go to school for photography. I don't have a computer or any of that stuff. So in my head, I'm thinking, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. And what I started to do is started to say, well, how can I do it? Right? I started asking the questions. How can I go ahead and learn a computer? Or how can I learn Photoshop, which that was a big one for me. How could myself, someone that had no computer skills at all, learn a program that, people that were in the graphic design world were using? How could Scott do that, right? I can't do that, right? That's what I was telling myself. But then I said, you know what I can do? I can start learning little pieces of that program and start to build a little bit of momentum. That's what I did. So I took the I can't to I can, and then I just figured out how to actually start working towards that. So be very, very, very careful on saying to yourself, I can't do this. I don't want you to ever say I can't. It might not be the great timing, but don't ever say you can't. I can't is kind of like, it's kind of final in a sense. It's like, I can't, I won't, right? I can't, I won't. Like, we don't want to think like that, right? That's already telling your brain, I can't, right? You can do it. You will do it if you want to do it. All right. If the why is there, if the desire is there, you will do it. All right. So if you're thinking to yourself, man, I got to go to work today and I can't work on my business, or I can't start my business, or I can't grow my business, I got to go to my 9 to 5. Go to the 9 to 5, and then afterwards do what is, most important to you and build the business. Now, I can't. Well, I've got kids. I hear this one. I've got kids too. All right. And what I used to do is stay up late while the kids were sleeping and get up my normal time. And then I would just lose a little bit of sleep. It wasn't the best thing in the world for me, but I didn't allow that to not, not allow me. It's early. to not allow me to want to do that, right? I just found a way. I found the time, right? Because I wanted it bad enough. So the I can't is generally an excuse. So it's kind of like I can't and then insert excuse, right? I can't because excuse. I can't because, I don't have enough time. I can't because, I'm not as smart. I can't because I'm not as fast, or I'm not a good bowler, or I'm not a good golfer, or I'm not good at business, right? We tell ourselves these things. We tell ourselves stories over and over and over again. These are negative stories. You can and you will. I would stop using those words, I can't, all right? Try to do that for me. Also, be aware of other people in your lives that are saying that are saying, I can't do that. Right? And I always try to think about the person that's saying that and saying, like, why are they saying that? Do they really think they can't do it, or do they not want to do it? Do they not want to mess up their routine? Right? A lot of us don't want to mess up our routine. I've got a good friend of mine. I just spent the weekend with him and went snowmobiling. And part of my family, really. And he wants to start eating better, wants to start exercising stuff. And I said, listen, here's what you do. Don't worry about doing it all. Right? Don't worry about doing everything, because that's where we get screwed up. What you need to do is add one little thing to your day. Bolt that one thing on. So whether that's getting up a half hour early and walking, maybe that's it. Or maybe while you're doing your normal coffee, have a shake after that or something, right? Like, so you need to bolt things on, but don't say you can't do it. And he didn't say I can't do it, because he's very willing and wanting, and that's the good thing. But it's a matter of then getting that into the mix, into the daily grind, as we all get into. So anyway, I just wanted to jump in here and just let you guys know you're not alone for feeling that way. I felt that way myself, but I never say to myself I can't, because I know I can. It's a matter of, am I willing to do the work, and am I willing to actually interrupt my normal routine to get that done? You can do it. I know you can do it. But you do have to have a game plan. You do have to have focus. And if you're building a business right now and you're like, Scott, I can't because I don't have my market picked. Well, you got to figure out the market. Don't say I can't. You just need to find out the market. So here's where I'll put my little shameless plug in there. If you want the process broken down to help you show up and not say I can't, but I can, and go through and find your market and find your products and find the traffic and get the attention in that market, head over to ecombizbook.com. Check it out. That's where I have my entire process mapped out. This way here, it's not a matter of if I can, it's you will, and it's going through that process and really making it happen. All right. You can see the sun, which way is that? That way? Yeah, that way. The sun is coming through. So it is early. Sun's coming up, ready to rock the day. I want you guys to get out there and rock the day and get your week started right and get those negative thoughts out of your mind. I can and I will. Get rid of I can't. Doesn't exist anymore. All right? Get rid of it. All right, guys, have an awesome, amazing day. Do me a favor, comment if you have ever thought that, or if you are thinking that. Definitely leave a comment down there below. Let us know what you guys do to get yourself through that, if you're going through that at all. Help someone else by leaving a comment. Like this, share it if you think someone needs to hear this, and then this way here we can help more people together. All right, so guys, take care, and as always, take action. Have an awesome, amazing day, and I will see you soon.